Welcome back to our talk show where we chat about fake and
Books.
fictional characters that we adore and love. So you're listening to Tipsy Book Reads. I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Jess.
And we're tipsy. Too many books on my TBR. Yeah. This podcast is like a book club for the antisocial. We make a drink inspired by the book we read and talk crap about life and fictional characters. We really hope you listen and drink along.
Side effects of listening to this podcast may include reading vivaciously, extreme bouts of laughter, tipsiness from craft cocktails, talking shit about life and fictional characters. Listen at your own risk.
Just a warning, this podcast is explicit. We are all over 21 and there are spoilers.
We warned ya.
Hi, Bestie.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you care if you have like a little eye makeup underneath your eyes?
Girl,
If
I was
not,
editing from a few weeks ago, and I was like, dang, the bag's under my eyes. But this is makeup.
No, that's makeup. Yeah, I was gonna say.
For sure. But really, the bags the other day were designer.
I mean, it's not like you have a child that,
Is that worse?
that you're, no, actually that's much better.
Okay.
I just didn't know if you cared or not. Okay. Well, hi.
Hello.
We are talking about a very depressing chapters story.
Yeah.
We are still in Sarah J Maas's world. Oh no, where did the book
no,
go?
I moved it. Shoot. It's right there.
Okay, it's worth it. You talk to them.
Okay. We are in Sarah J Maas's world. We are finishing up The Assassin's Blade. And the very last story is called The Assassin and
The Empire Strikes Back.
Strikes Back. No, it's not.
I know.
I was like, wait, wrong world.
No, I know, but it just felt right.
It is called something in the Assassin and the Empire, though, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
Empire.
I was like, as I was saying it, I was like, wait a minute.
I love that you went
Wrong
with it, though.
universe.
So for Halloween, I went to this brewery and dressed up as Princess Leia. And it was like, it's a very small brewery. And they had a DJ who, by the way, was literally so funny. Every time someone would walk out with a new costume, he would like queue up a new remix, and it was like whatever it was based off their costume. So I like sat down and was chatting, and then all of a sudden I hear the Imperial March start playing, and it's remixed, and I wrote it down, whatever it was, because it was so funny, and it was like the best thing.
That's amazing.
It was hilarious. And then right after that, someone walked in with like a ghost, like head to toe, full out Ghostbusters outfit. And he started playing the theme song remixed with something else, and it was top tier.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Dang. We're just like in a Star Warsy little mood today. I'm wearing my shirt.
Oh yeah, and I'm wearing part of my outfit from when we dressed up to go to Hollywood Studios at
Stunning.
Black Spire Outpost. We are very bright suns. You know, I love reading like Star Wars books.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so good.
That's so fun.
I feel like you would like them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You would understand my Princess Leia's wedding dress a lot.
A lot more if
Yeah.
I read it.
I was going to wear it for Halloween, and I was like, this is such a niche, deep
Yeah.
cut, like, nerd costume that truly no one else is going to know. Like, literally no one will know this.
Hey, but on the off chance that someone would, it could have been worth it.
You're right. It's, like, really cute, too.
I love like super niche nerdy things that it's like only a very small portion of people know.
Yeah.
I absolutely adore it. Like, this is how we find our people.
Yeah. I mean, I would 100% dress up as Lena Sardothian.
Yeah. But that, I feel like, is less niche than Princess Leia's wedding dress.
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%. Okay. And for those who are like, I also read The Princess and the Scoundrel. You're my people. Okay. Hey, what you drinking?
Oh, okay. So,
Oops.
I guess it needs a name.
Girl. We should just start a new segment where it's like name the drink. Name or drink.
Okay.
Talk about why you made it.
Yeah. So I feel like we needed whiskey after this book, first of all. Yikes. A lot goes on. And then, so freaking Arabin Hamel. How do you say his name? I don't know.
But I think audiobook says Hommel.
Okay.
But I don't know. Whatever
I
you want.
can't stand him. But the audacity he had to break into Selena's apartment and just like help himself to tea.
I loathe him.
Same. But also, I feel like I just wanted Sam and Selena to have like a cuddly little moment with some tea. That's what they deserved. And instead, we get freaking Arabin breaking in and trying to insert himself into things that do not even have anything to do with him. And so I made a chamomile tea and honey and whiskey.
I love it. Cheers. I think Selena would love this drink.
It felt very Selena, you know? Like a little bit classy, but also like comforting.
She would have a little piece of chocolate cake on the side.
I want chocolate cake.
Me too, always.
Thing.
Anyways, I love this. This is delicious, but I'm always a big fan of when we do tea and like whiskey or something. I love that. I'm a hot toddy kind of girly, so I'm a big fan.
Yeah, but you can make this hot or iced. You do you, boo-boo.
Hey, would you be interested in buying a this is so weird. Sorry, as I'm like saying this, a chamomile like plant because we have some.
Yeah, actually.
Seriously.
I'm almost out of chamomile.
I'll get some for you.
I've always wanted to make like a tea garden like they do at Epcot.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do that and just like have
your buckets out there are perfect for it.
Yeah.
I'll get you some.
Cool. Mm-hmm. I was thinking actually literally yesterday having this thought, like some of the plant pots I have, I was like, I wonder if I could take like clay or something that would like withstand the elements and like make it into like a teapot pot.
Cute.
Like a giant teapot filled with like tea plants.
Oh my God, I love it.
So, yeah.
So I'll get you chamomile.
Yay.
I think we have a few other things I'll grab for you that would be like tea-esque. Yeah.
Stunning.
We have lavender.
Oh, and now we know you can make tea from Yupon.
Yes,
just not the berries.
I'll buy you a Yupon tree too.
Cool.
A Yupon holly. Just don't eat the berries.
No, they're poisonous. Anyways.
Okay.
This is tea time.
Oh
with
gosh.
Jess and Bekah.
We're going down the rabbit hole of what dinner would you have again?
Hey, that was the best conversation.
It really
honestly.
was fantastic. When I was re-listening to it, I was like, that's
10 out of 10.
Such good choices.
Yeah.
Such good choices.
Yeah, and it makes me hungry just thinking about it. Also in this, they have stew, and I'm like,
it really wants
stew.
I need to make us the Guinness stew pies again.
Yes.
I'm scared that I'm going to make it and it's not going to be as good.
It will be. You're such a good cook.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I need to remember exactly how I made it because I think
we went off the recipe a little bit.
I'm so
for sure.
bad at doing that and not writing down.
Me too. And then it's different every time, which like part of that's a good thing. I do that with chili. Like I don't have a recipe. Oh, yeah. I just like wing it. But then I'm like, damn, that was so good. And like, then never replicate it.
However I made it at family camp, the white chicken chili. I was just throwing things in.
Yeah. Just going off of vibes.
I was like, doesn't seem like enough seasoning. Here's like literally
pours the whole thing in.
I was like, oh, I made it a little spicy with this. Just kidding.
Yummy
it's
though.
Delicious.
So good. Anyways.
Jazz hands. Shall we just dive right in?
Let's do it.
Into some scattered thoughts.
Oh, do you want to talk about who's who and what's what?
Maybe. Yeah, probably we should. Okay, so we've got our Selena girly as always. We have Sam. We have Trash Bucket Arabin. We have
Arabitch.
I love it. We have Wesley. We have Jane
and what's the other one's name?
Farron?
Yeah.
Farron. And those two are
like crime lords, right?
Crime lords to the worst extent.
Like nasty, freaking horrible, horrible people.
And then we have the king of Otterland.
The king of Otterland.
Otterland. Oh, I can't wait till you read Crescent City. I know that seems so out of the like left field from that, but like anyone who's read it probably thought the exact same thing when we just said that.
Okay.
Otterland. Yep.
Okay.
But anyways, I can't wait till you read that.
Cheers.
Okay. So that's it, right? Lystrand. Oh, okay. This is gonna go really well today. Lysandra. Lysandra with no T.
Lysantrat.
Lystrandra. Hydrangea. Okay.
Lysandra.
Lysandra. Anyways, oh my God. Did we just like spend 10 seconds saying her name over and over again? I'm sure she would love that. Anyways, that's probably it, right?
Yeah, sounds about right. to
Okay.
me.
So those are our characters for today. Most of them are the worst humans
Literally.
ever. But you know what's crazy? So she pays off his debt,
Yeah.
Sam's debt. Selena pays off Sam's debt.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like living together, adorable, cutesy, very demure.
Very demure.
She says demure so many times in this book.
does.
She started
was
the
like
trend.
ahead of her time.
They what was I even gonna say? I forgot. Oh yeah. They're like running out of money because Arobyn's like, well, if you're not gonna be living here, then you're not part of our guild, then
Sucks to suck.
sucks to suck. You're not gonna get any jobs. I knew that was gonna happen though.
Yeah.
1,000%. I was like, the minute you leave, you're not gonna get any jobs.
No.
He's the king of the assassins.
Yeah. So Sam basically resorts to fighting in the vaults to make money and also to like burn off his anger, right? The vaults are freaking wild.
Yeah,
Dude,
they-
these fighting pits, there's a lot of shady stuff that goes on down there.
And sorry, mic adjustments. It's probably annoyingly loud. It's so gross. And the fact that Selena walks in and is like, if they want a real fight, like I'll show them a real fight.
She's so cocky.
He's so cocky.
Also because Sam is totally kicking ass.
He is. He's totally winning.
It's not like he's like a wimp and she's like, whatever.
No, she fully views him as a wimp.
Yeah.
1,000%. And
She's
he's
so
like number
annoying.
2. She is a little bit annoying in this book.
Yeah.
I love her, but come on, girly.
Yeah.
And also he's like 2 hours of this and we'd have a lot of money. 2 hours of fighting.
Oh my God, that sounds like my worst nightmare.
Oh.
First of all, I couldn't even take one punch, let alone 2 hours of it. And I feel like he is just like eating it up. He's like fighting with my fists. I love this.
And I'm like, dang, I just got a
Roundhouse.
paper cut. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm out for the count.
Yikes. So yeah, the vaults are freaky, and that's where she goes when she's looking for Grave, right? In whatever the last Crown of Midnight,
Oh, I totally forgot about that. Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So it's like a bar / like kind of a brothel, but like not nice. It's just like
Not nice.
like little alcoves,
It's
and
not
then
good.
like the fighting pits
Mhm.
and all kinds of wild shit's going on down there.
Yeah, it is not a great situation.
No.
It's not.
Okay, so poor Lysandra. Arobyn is literally such a pig and rubbed it in Selena's face that all of the freaking money that she got to pay off her debts went straight to Lysandra's bidding, which all of that is just disgusting anyways, because isn't Lysandra like Selena's age?
Yeah. It's horrible.
I literally hate this man. Red freaking flag for
It's awful.
Arobyn Hummel.
Oh, and trigger warnings are the same as the previous weeks, just as we should have said that in the beginning. So if this is not something that you would like to discuss, follow us so that you know when our next book is and if you would like to read it or not with us.
For sure.
So, okay. Continuing on.
Yeah, so we hate Arobyn. And also, back to Selena being annoying. She's just like, okay, so I know you've said multiple times throughout this book that Sam clearly loves Selena more than Selena loves Sam. But she's being such a little bitch. Like, come on, let him use use your soap. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
She's literally acting like a 5-year-old.
She is. She's like, oh my God,
Don't use my soap ever
you
again.
won't even appreciate it. You can't appreciate my lavender soap.
What the fuck?
Here's some scum soap for you. Like, dude, he loves you so much. Let him use your freaking soap. It's not that serious.
Good soap. Okay, sorry. I had to. Yeah, I'm dead with you on that cuz like I just don't understand. She's 16. She's
Yeah.
acting like a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
And we definitely hold her at a higher standard cuz she's like lived 9 lives and she's 16. But still, it's if a 16-year-old said that, I would put them in line.
Mm-hmm.
What was that face?
I almost like tilted over my tea. I was like, yeet.
I was like, what happened? You like took a sip and then you went.
I just like almost yeeted the tea all over myself. But yeah, she is just acting like.
So I just feel like every time I hit this glass, the ghost hit it too. Every time I hit this glass, whoever's listening or watching, go ahead and take a shot.
Yeah.
Just
For
every
sure.
episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dang, it's
Ghosty, chill
going.
out. Okay. Yeah, so she is acting her age, I guess, but she's being annoying. And okay, so can we talk about when she paid off Sam's debt and now she's paying Arabin basically the rest of her money. Arabin knows exactly how much money she has and she's giving it all so that they can be like free and clear. And Sam is not a fan.
Not at all. They fight so much.
They do.
They're low-key very toxic.
They are, but also they're 16.
I know.
And okay, so what are your thoughts? Because Sam is like, how dare you do that without talking to me? But like, it's her money. She can do what she wants.
Yeah, it's her money.
But also, like, I get it to an extent because it impacts him greatly. And it's like tied to his freedom. And he is saying that not out of a controlling way, but out of a like, you don't owe me this.
Yeah.
Type of way.
Yeah.
But also, I didn't like how he was like, how dare you spend your own money without talking to me?
Yeah, I get both sides.
Yeah.
And I think just to clear communication before they went in there, if Selena was like, look, if it comes to the point where we need to pay off our debt here again to buy ourselves out, then, which still doesn't make sense. Like, he's really just
Playing with them.
Yeah. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And, like, if you're really upset about it, then I won't do it for you. Which,
Yeah.
I mean, she would never do. But, like, just to clear, what, that take me 5 seconds to say? Line of communication and everything would have been solved.
Yeah.
But anyways, there goes my rant again about communication.
Yeah. But also, I think something that's interesting is that she specifically mentions that she's paying off the debt because of the guilt she feels for Sam and like what basically he's gone through on her behalf and not because she loves him.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Because if Sam did it, it would 100% be like his unconditional love for her. But she's like, I feel guilty, so I'm going to pay off his debt.
Yeah.
I think it's because I do think that she loves him, but I think it's very much like you don't know what you have until it's gone type of thing. Because rereading this, you don't really see that love from her. But when she talks about him in like Crown of Midnight, he is like a true love to her. So I really do think it was like once she loses him, she realizes like he loved me unconditionally. Yeah. And I did too. But it was like she couldn't see past her own like
guilt.
Yeah, her guilt and her like cockiness and like her other.
She just had some growing up to do.
Yeah. It really sucks because they didn't get the moment that they deserved.
No, and it's also bizarre. Like, they really didn't have that much time together, period.
No.
Like, this all happened, seems like within a few weeks.
Yeah. I mean, it had to have been some months.
You think?
Well, yeah, I think so.
I mean, from when they moved in with each other.
Oh, yeah. I mean, not very long.
Not long at all. And, like, the way that she talks about him in other books, I would have thought it would be, like, at least a year or two.
Yeah.
Which I guess doesn't match up age-wise, but still just, I was a little surprised when I was reading it, just, like, how no time.
Yeah. How long? Okay, so if you're going back to the very first book, the pirate one, that was like a 3-month excursion because it was like 1 month there. They were there for a month and then came back. And then she got shipped off to the desert for the summer. So probably like 2 or 3 months, right?
Yeah.
2 months.
Yeah.
So that's like 5 months. And then she gets back and it's maybe like a month. So maybe like 6 to 8 months from when they're with Captain Rolfe to like when this happens.
Which is crazy because 2 of that month she wasn't even there.
Yeah. But she was like realizing she like pines after him.
Hey, distance makes the heart grow fonder.
True that. But yeah, that's like a wild timeline.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. It's just interesting. Like, it was just like a thing that happened.
Right.
But yeah.
Thing. So Arabin breaks into her apartment.
Yep. The balls on this man. The audacity.
Well, because he thinks he owns her. So he thinks that he's entitled to her home, her stuff, everything. And he is just trying to plant seeds of doubt about Sam.
Yeah.
And like, do you really trust him? Does he know who you really are? Like, first of all, what does that mean? Who is she? You know what I mean?
Question mark.
Yeah. So like, that's sus. What do you like? What is there to know about Selena?
Sardovian.
Yeah. Sus. But so just planting seeds of doubt, and then they have this conversation, and Sam is like, his biggest secret is that he has always loved Selena.
He was ready to go to the grave with that thing, and it came sooner than he was expecting.
But at least he got his secret out.
Yeah.
And that's so sad. And then she like wants to tell him this big secret, who she is or whatever.
I mean, we know at this point because we read Crown of Midnight.
Oh yeah, okay. You're so right. I was like, wait, I don't want to give anything.
We know that
We're
Selena
bad at
Sardovian
spoilers.
wasn't just in league with Aelin, Ashriver, Galathinius.
Selena Sardovian
was Aelin, Ashriver, Galathinius.
Yeah.
Heir to the throne. Okay, I'm done.
So, yeah, she doesn't end up telling him that she's Aelin, and which is interesting. But
which is awful.
It is awful. And she ends up telling him that basically her biggest secret is that she's a coward.
He's a widow coward.
And that's so sad because that's her biggest fear. That's her biggest insecurity. And that is basically her parting words with Nehemia.
Yep.
And like, how much more does that hit home knowing that that is literally her biggest
fear.
insecurity?
Yeah.
And that's what Nehemia basically shouted at her.
Yeah.
How tragic.
Horrible.
And Selena just has horrible luck with getting into fights with people and then they fucking die.
Yeah, girl, maybe we should just not get in fights anymore.
Don't let the sun go down on your anger.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, because they literally fought. And then the whole I'm not traveling with all your shoes thing was really funny, though.
It was funny.
And then also she's like, I'm traveling with all these books then.
I mean, fair.
But
books probably way more than shoes.
1,000%. And then he leaves.
Yep.
And that was the last time. There was no parting, nothing.
Nope. And he was like, I love you. And she was like, bye.
And she never said, I love you.
That's how tragic.
Horrible.
Dang.
Ugh.
Okay. Really quick.
Oh, and to be fair, also, like, I hate myself sometimes. I just hit the glass again. To be fair, she's never been in a space where she was taught how to love.
That's so true.
And so there is a huge what's the word I'm looking for? Boulder that she has to climb in order to get to that. So like, to be completely fair, like, she was never taught how to love.
That's so fair. And she's never, I mean, as a very young child, obviously her parents loved her, but she was what, like 4 or 5, like she was young.
At 8 or 9 she was.
Yeah, she was super young. So like this warped version of love that Arobin has for her, this like, is he a father figure? Is he a brother figure?
And it's very conditional.
Is he a lover figure? It is very conditional. And it's not love, but that's like what she's grown up as, being like the image of the closest thing to love that she's experienced since childhood.
And it's confusing, and love shouldn't be confusing.
It
and
shouldn't be.
And hers is, because she is like exactly what you just said prior. Is it father? Is it lover? Is it brother? It's like she literally goes on multiple times she says this.
Yeah, of not even understanding the dynamics, let alone knowing if she was loved or not.
Yeah.
Dang.
Let's take a little break.
Let's do it.
And we'll be right back. We're back. Why do every time we're like, we're back, immediately looks at each other. It is giving like talk show host.
It is. I kind of love it. But so, yeah, Selena doesn't really know what love is.
No.
But Sam, I think, really, really does love her unconditionally.
Yeah.
And it's so freaking sad. So she like almost goes and gets him like multiple times. She's like, where is he? What in the world is happening?
I just can't, like, from the Selena that we know, the fact that she went out and then went back to the apartment.
Yeah.
Like, that would have never happened.
Right.
And obviously this is
It's
why.
because of this, yeah.
But, like, it was so shocking to read this and be like, oh, yeah, she went out, she looked around, she was worried, and then she came home. And then she fell asleep.
Yeah.
And then in the morning she woke up and was like, actually, this is not good.
Yeah.
And also they had decided on a time that she would go out and look for him.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was just odd.
It was odd. And
I said, ugh, Sam, buddy. They fight and then he dies?
seriously. It's horrible.
Arabin is quite the actor.
Oh my gosh, he is.
So obviously he comes back to her apartment and she walks in and he's like, I'm so sorry. And like she knows immediately.
Right.
But like, how did they know? Okay, the Assassin's Palace, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
What is it?
The keep?
The Keep.
Think.
The Assassin's Keep is top secret.
Yeah.
It's top secret where it is. It's hidden. Nobody knows where it is.
And
How
they
did
dropped
these
Sam's
people
body
drop
there?
Mm-hmm. That was
Sus.
my immediate first, like, ding ding red flag.
Yeah.
Oh, how did they know? Because you think Sam's gonna give it away?
Right. No.
Unless he was like, "Fuck Arabin, this is where he is."
Fair enough. But yeah, that's wild. So they brought Sam's body to the keep,
Mhm.
and Selena's immediately like, I need to see him.
Ugh.
And Arabin knew that was going to happen, obviously. Like, he knows her. As horrible as he is, he raised her. And how freaking tragic.
It's awful. The description is awful. I did, however, see the fan art before I read this. So I came in knowing
Yeah.
how awful it was.
Well, that's maybe good.
Yeah.
Because
I saw that was a phone ringing.
Oh.
Did you hear that? I think it was the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen the fan art and it's so tragic.
It's
I get
awful.
chills just like her reaction.
It's
and
horrible.
just laying there and being like,
Yeah, and someone moved her and she didn't even know.
yeah,
She was gone.
just like in a whole other world.
Mm-hmm. It's awful. Yeah, so such a setup. Like, why would they have this conversation outside of Selena's door? Every other meeting that they've been in has been in his office or a room.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just going to have their meeting outside of Selena's door.
Suspicious,
Selena, bud. I know she's, like, blinded by grief. 1,000%.
but very calculated.
Very calculated. Well, Wesley,
He tries to stop her.
he does. He tries, and she just
Yeah.
knocks him out.
So he's like, don't you understand? Think about it. It's all just a... It's a what?
It's a setup because you tried to leave him. You tried to leave Arabin, and he doesn't let his investments go.
His, what did he say? Property.
Property.
Fuck you, dude. I cannot stand him. But yeah, so dang, Wesley was really trying to help her out.
Yeah, what a man. Damn. So it's obviously a trap, and she goes in to go kill these crime lords, these time lords, these crime lords, and it's a trap, and she is outnumbered. Doesn't matter how skilled you are.
No.
They had the guards, and they're like, it was just not going to work out. And she gets, first off, disgusting Farron being
oh my
like
God, he's
touching
so
her and all that stuff.
wild.
Ugh, horrible. She gets transferred to the king's
Dungeons.
Prison cells. Prison
Yes.
cells. Yeah, and so food laced with sedative because literally she passes out every time she eats it.
We know
That.
that.
Mm-hmm. I love the hesitation. Do we know that? We do.
We sure do. We know that they lace everything with sedatives.
Yep.
But yeah, so it's interesting because it happens again later, obviously. And I don't think she has any memory of like being here before, really.
No. You know, what's crazy is like how long has this setup been a thing?
Right.
Because going back to how they even got into this position, Sam took a job that was to kill them.
Yeah.
And that money was going to be used to pay to go to another continent and just leave. Like, was that set up?
Was a setup, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like all the way from the beginning, it was a setup. That is freaking wild.
And just like how Arabin has his hands in everything.
Well, and then the other thing that's crazy is he goes and warns them not to do it.
Yeah.
But it was just so that he could bait them.
Yeah.
Because if you don't want Selena to do something, don't tell her she can't do it.
Because that's going to make it damn sure that
It's gonna
she
happen.
will.
So
because she didn't even really want to do it. Sam was like one more, or was it her that was like one more job?
No,
like,
Sam was like, we can do it.
Yeah. And she's like, okay, fine. One more, and then we're out of here.
It's awful.
Dude, they were so close to there forever.
So close. They were so close. You know what's really funny, though?
What?
The guards gossiping. They're just little yappers. They're outside her cell, and they're like, is that really the 17-year-old? No wonder the king wants her identity hidden. Like, she's bested him so many times.
Right.
And I love that it's really, you get this insight that's like very one-sided.
Yeah.
Where Selena's just doing her job. She's like, fuck the king, I have nothing to do with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, like, she gets in there and you hear all these things, like, he's like had it out for her.
Yeah. For a little child.
And she's like, what?
Yeah. Also, I want to know who the guards are. Like,
Me too.
Are they some of the guards that guard her when she comes back to the palace?
Yeah, I want to know.
I want more.
Like, who's the experienced one?
Right?
That was all interesting. And then we meet the king. Oh, you know what's funny, though? They were like, the captain of the guard's going to be really mad that he missed it. I heard that he's racing back from his excursion with the prince. He just misses everything.
Yeah, he does. Dang.
Yeah, but literally, the king is disgusting. And that first interaction is wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was it 7 lifetimes or 9 lifetimes?
9,
that he
I
said
think.
9 lifetimes in Endovir. And
Forever.
there's the where he's like, and I'll tell them to keep you alive as long as possible.
Mm-hmm. And she goes in facing her fears too. And that's all set up too, where Arabin was just like, well, now I know where she is, and she's kept there.
Yeah. And so he changed the plan. He was he told Farron that he was going to break her out and like be the hero or whatever. But it's still wild to me that Selena is still so blinded by Arabin and his manipulation that
She still
didn't
doesn't even
put the
know.
pieces together. And she's like, I'm going to find whoever did this to us.
Poor baby. Yeah.
It's absolutely wild. And so her trip to the salt mines, and she sees the stag.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
Stag.
And how she just is like embodying Sam's little, like, I will not be afraid.
She's like, and then it continues through the whole series.
Yes.
Yeah. I loved the point, though, that she made to scare the stag away because they were going to kill the stag.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get a little insight of the king had everyone kill stags, like, right after the magic was. So one was left so that someone can always find where Terrason lies.
Yep.
Precious. Do you have anything else to talk about, or should we move on to after?
let's move on to after. Do you want to do kept you up, kept you home
Yeah,
before we
yeah.
kick people out?
I like it. So what kept me up was editing from the ball. It's just been a lot.
Yeah.
It's been a lot. I'm tired. 5,000 photos.
That's a lot of pictures.
Yep. And then what kept me up? Okay. This is my newest pet peeve. And it's when people judge or rate a book based off of their adult expectations when it's a young adult book.
Yeah.
Like I never really noticed how much it bothers me until I just read this Secrets of the Nile, I think.
Okay.
And it was very much a young adult book. It was great. Like was it 5 stars? No, not for me, but it was really good. It made me feel, do you see the bug?
No.
Oh my God. Okay. It was like surrounding me. It made me feel like very mummy vibes. Like
Fun.
it was fun. Like, and it's in the perspective of the 17-year-old and she's whiny. Like obviously she's going to be.
Yeah, she's 17.
She's 17. And like there's all these other things that they're talking about. And I'm like, did you forget this is a young adult book? They were like fully giving it 1 stars for it.
Bro.
I
That's
know.
annoying. Yeah,
And then
that's really
some of
annoying.
them were like not even finishing it and still putting 1 stars. And I'm like, because obviously there's no like smut in it.
Right.
And it's like, oh, the romance was like half baked. And it's like, what?
They're children.
They're children. So it's my newest thing that I'm like, you guys, this wasn't written for you.
Yeah.
Like you can enjoy it still.
And appreciate it for what it is in its box.
Not every book needs smut.
Preach.
Like it was adorable. Like, and I mean, was the plot twist, you could see it from a mile away, 2 miles away, maybe even 3. Yes. But still.
And also, if you were 16 and reading it, maybe you wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah, that's the thing is like one of the other things they were complaining about was the complexity of the plot. And I was like, you guys, sit back for a second and realize what this audience is.
Go back to high school.
Yeah. You know?
Dang, yeah.
It's just unfortunate because then the ratings are bringing this book down.
Right.
And it's a beautiful cover. She like, you can tell the author speaks multiple like language maybe.
Oh, cool.
And so she very much like implements that in the book. And I always appreciate when they just like put it in a book and it flows really well, where you don't feel like
they're inserting it on purpose and it's like awkward.
Yeah, it makes total sense in like how she writes the context. You could figure out what they're saying without actually knowing the language.
Love it.
So right there and then, that's a pretty complex thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's just been my biggest. And like I said, it's not a 5-star book. It's adorable.
But it's not a 1-star book.
But it's not a 1-star book.
Dang.
It was like, I feel bad for this author.
Yeah. That's so fair.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what kept me up? Okay, I need something. I need you to explain.
I almost kicked the microphone over.
Girl, I'm going to put you in a bubble.
I know. What's up? I can't just sit still.
No, I feel that. Okay, I need you to explain. I think I get it, but not in like a bitchy way, but you know when you're like in the car and you dance a little too hard and then you like internally cringe like, oh, why did I do that? It's like cringy. But like to me, the this and yap trend, I don't know, it's weird to me. Like
why?
I don't know. It makes me cringe.
What?
I don't know. Like it's literally just like doing something and like chatting, right? Is
Yeah,
that what
that's
it is?
Yeah, it's like going to a bookstore and chatting, and that's it.
For some reason, like I don't like it.
That's so weird.
I don't know what it is about it. I know, and that's what I mean. Like, it's like when I do something weird, I'm like, ugh. Like I feel like when I say like this and yap, I'm like, ugh. I feel like I'm gonna regret saying this.
Or is it giving you the same feelings of like when we say slay?
Yeah, I think so.
That's fair because it's a very Gen Z.
Maybe that's it. I'm like not accepting the
like,
new like
all the social medias that I run. I'm fully
embracing it.
And well, that and also I'm just like I put on a little like Gen Z mask
Yeah.
when I do it and do all these trends. And I do feel like there are moments where I'm like, in a million years, like I wouldn't do this as who I am.
Yeah.
And so I get
maybe
what you're
that's it.
saying. It is cute though when you think about it, because it's like, let's go to the bookstore and yap.
Yeah, like it is a cute concept.
And
but
I
it's
do,
like,
I do kind of like, I do like the word yap though.
really, I don't.
Yes, I do.
I don't.
But I think that's because that's not a Gen Z word though.
Yeah,
like
true.
yapping has been a thing forever.
For sure.
So like, and I'll never forget when my nephew told my sister that she was a D1 yapper. He's 10 years old. That's freaking hilarious.
That is funny.
That's like top tier comedy. So I don't mind that. But like, what was it, this episode or the other episode? I said slay and I literally went,
Yeah, I think that's what it is. That's what it gives me.
I just was like, that's not my word.
Yeah, I feel like yap is just not my word.
That's fair. But I love yap. So you and I, whoever's listening, can yap all day long.
I love that for you.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I see it and it's totally trending right now. And I'm like, and I'm like, anyways. And then what kept me home is just reading good books.
What else are you reading?
Well, I just read, which you guys will be able to read soon, Jessica Noel's new book.
Oh, yes.
And
oh, yeah, let's chat about it.
Oh, my gosh. I can't wait to, like, talk more about it with her.
Yeah,
So
we're going to do a mini-sode with her.
We are, and she blessed us with an advanced reader copy of it. And I don't know. I just can't wait to chat with her about both of the books she's written, just because, like,
she's so good.
She is so good, and she just makes it, like, I don't know. I feel like contemporary is not normally my like vibe for books, but it just like when I delved into this book, it was just like real life, you know? And it was like I felt like I was like watching a TV show, which I like contemporary shows, but for some reason like book-wise it's not normally my vibe. But I don't know, her characters are just so believable and I just loved reading it. So that kept me home for sure.
That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, it was good stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited to chat with her.
Same.
We also have another author interview that we'll be posting soon.
Yes.
Which one is it? We have a few that
Yeah,
are in the archive. I don't know which one is next. Is it Sophia's?
I believe so, yeah.
Let's just see really quick. Make sure it's Sophia's. Oh. I'm on the wrong account.
Yeah, Sophia Deseni, right? Is that how you say her last name?
Yeah, so she's next.
Yeah, and her cute little stories, and she has her book coming out soon.
I loved her little stories.
Yes.
I can't wait for you guys to hear us chat about it and hopefully read them too, because they were adorable.
They were totally fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so lots of good stuff like that.
Cute. Okay. Well, oh my gosh. Hey guys, we're going to start talking about after.
Yeah. So get out of here if you haven't read the whole series through
See you
Kingdom
later.
of Ash.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, bye. Okay, so I forgot we still had this to do. R.I.P. Wesley.
Dang.
And Lysandra and him were a thing, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And then that's when, yeah, that's sad.
Arabin said, "How dare you warn Selena? You're done."
The soap and her giving Rowan soap later on. Yeah.
Dang.
So she does learn.
She does learn. But it sucks that she had to learn through so much trauma.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No one should have to go through that at all. That's all that I had.
Let's see. Did I have anything else? Not really. Just that it was very traumatic. And R.I.P. Sam.
Yeah. R.I.P.
How
I
do you
didn't
feel?
cry.
I got like I get chills when she talks about like seeing his body and stuff like that.
Oh, it's
like,
disgusting. Like, it's awful.
Yeah.
Makes your stomach turn. But I was fully expecting from, like, literally everyone that said that I was crazy for not reading it. When they were like, you're going to bawl, you're going to cry. Like, I hysterically lost it. Listen, I cried more when 13 died.
We're just not book criers.
No.
I feel like
Although
all
I
the
was
books people
thinking,
are like, you're gonna cry.
the other day I had the desire to reread Song of Achilles, and then I remembered how much I cried when I read that, and I said, never mind.
Yeah, you should reread it.
No, I don't want to. I can't have a headache from crying.
That's fair. But she just.
Although I'm reading If We Were Villains, and that made me sob too.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. If you haven't read If We Were Villains, you totally should.
Mm-hmm.
But I still need to find that fanfic of the alternate ending for you. I found it in the depths of the internet. And
Song of Achilles?
No, of If We Were Villains.
Oh.
And I've never been able to find it again. I don't know where I found it, but it was the most beautiful thing.
I got to the part where, I'm gonna forget their names.
Oliver?
Yeah, Oliver and...
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's been a while since I read it.
Well, I'm just literally listening to it, so this is worse. What's his face? Shows up for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And they wake up and he's like, has his head on.
Oh.
I was like... sobbing.
Yeah.
Sobbing. Anyways, okay.
But yeah, so Selena, was I done?
No, are you?
I don't know, just #trauma. Oh. But we're not.
I keep forgetting I have my notes on here now.
We're not really book criers, but I feel like, I don't know, maybe social media, I'm going to send you a bunch of TikTok. Oh. I feel like maybe you were so prepped for it that
1,000%.
You didn't
get
as upset as you would have. Also, I feel like I got more attached to Sam after the fact, through social media and stuff like that, which I can't wait to send you a bunch of TikToks.
Send them.
Yeah.
Ready.
But, and also just once it sank in of how much he loved her.
Yeah.
And
it's horrendous.
Yeah. And that I read this first and I was when I was halfway through, I was like, oh my God, this cutesy little budding romance. Yay, Sam. And then you were like,
oh yeah. She kept saying I can't wait to, something I can't wait to see how this plays out.
Yeah.
Sam, I love Sam, all this stuff. And I was like, who? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, because you obviously knew of Sam, but you had never met Sam.
No, I was just oh yeah.
Yeah, that guy that's dead that she mentioned.
I did not say that. I did not give it away.
No, but you were probably thinking no, honey, I've never even met Sam. He's been gone.
It's I am not attached.
Yeah.
This is rough.
But I feel like he was just so sweet and he deserved better in life.
1,000%.
He deserved. I mean, I love how everything played out and I love who Selena ends up with, but also he deserved a Selena and he deserved a forever, not to die at 17.
And I do love too how she still honors him through the entire series.
100%.
Even Kingdom of Ash, she brings him up.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
true.
He would have been a great ruler.
Yeah, and just tribute to him and all that. And I love the Sam Cortland is for Selena and Rowan is for Aelin.
Yeah. That's so sad. Oh my God, I can't wait to get to Kingdom of Ash. I can't wait to get to Empire of Storms. That's going to be rough, Kingdom of Ash. Dang. It's so long.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my gosh. Wait. Okay, so next up, what is next? It's not Empire of Storms, is it?
Heir of Fire.
Heir of Fire.
Right?
Oh, I do love Heir of Fire.
I believe so. Heir of Fire.
Okay.
I can't wait.
They're all good.
Yeah.
Except for
Chaos. No, we need to figure out how to do the
tandem read?
The tandem on a podcast.
Oh,
Let's
God.
figure it out. Because I cannot do a whole freaking book talking about Chaos and his shit.
Will we be in January at that point?
Probably.
I can do it if it's January.
Okay.
I can do it right now.
Okay.
I cannot wrap my head around that right now.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Okay. That's our signal that we are all done. See you next week. Bye.